After watching The Boys Season 5 finale, I finally understand why people are so mad. And honestly, I don't think every single thing was bad. There were a few moments I liked. Homelander's death on paper was satisfying. Everyone knew Butcher was probably gonna kill him. The real question was how they were gonna execute it. Seeing Homelander begging for his life after everything he did was satisfying. Once you take away the powers, the suit, and the god complex, he is just a scared little man. I also liked Butcher's fate. Revenge was never going to fix him. Killing Homelander was never gonna bring Becca back. So him dying made sense. But outside of those moments, this finale was underwhelming. The biggest problem is that the whole thing felt rushed. This was the final episode of The Boys. This is what 5 seasons were building toward. But Homelander dies, and then the show rushes into Butcher's genocide plan right after. It felt like they were squeezing 2 finales into 1 episode. Homelander's death should have been 1 episode, and Butcher's final plan should have been the actual finale. Both storylines are too important to speedrun, and because of that, the fight scene felt underwhelming too. I'm not saying it looked terrible. Some parts looked clean, but for the final fight against Homelander, I expected way more. This is the main villain of the entire show, the guy they spent years building up as the most dangerous person on Earth, so why did the final battle feel so small? I wanted a crazy fight, buildings getting destroyed, Homelander flying through walls, everyone barely surviving. I wanted it to feel like they were fighting scary Homelander from season 1, but instead, the fight felt way too contained, and the worst part is they made Homelander feel weaker. When he started shooting those massive lasers into the sky, I thought it was over. I thought we were about to see Homelander at his peak, but then the fight starts, and somehow he feels less dangerous. He lets people react to him. Kimiko is standing there, charging up her blast while Butcher is yelling at her, and somehow Homelander does not instantly stop her. Like, bro, this guy has super speed, flight, laser vision, and insane hearing. Realistically, he should have speed blitzed everyone in seconds. Instead, it felt like the writers nerfed him just so the scene could happen, and that makes the whole V1 plotline feel like filler. They spent so much time hyping up V1 like it would change everything, but what did it actually do? He gets V1, shoots some cool lasers, then dies not long after. So what was the point? And that connects to the other big problem. We never got Scorched Earth Homelander. In season 3, Homelander said if the world turned against him, he would destroy the White House, the Pentagon, critical infrastructure, and wipe New York off the map. So going into the finale, that is what people expected. We wanted the world to feel like it was ending. Cities going dark, people panicking, news channels cutting off, Homelander in the sky looking like a horror movie villain, but we got nothing close to that. It had the setup for something insane, but it never fully went there. And then there is the Deep's ending, which honestly might be the saddest part of the finale. Don't get me wrong, he deserved a bad ending, but the way he died was sad in a pathetic way. Starlight did not even know she was killing him. She just blasted him into the sea. She did not know the sea life had banned him, so from her point of view, she probably thought she was just throwing him away. But for the Deep, that was the worst place he could have ended up. The whole show, he wanted respect. He wanted Homelander to respect him. He wanted people to stop treating him like a joke. But no matter what he did, nobody really respected him. And then there is the Gen V problem. They kept hyping up Marie Moreau like she was going to be important. They made it seem like her powers could matter against Homelander. And then basically nothing happened. Marie does not get her big moment. The Gen V cast barely matters. So why hype them up this much if they were not going to do anything important? Same thing with Butcher's genocide plan. This was built up for so long. Butcher losing himself and wanting to wipe out all soups should have felt terrifying. But it gets solved way too fast. By the time it starts, the show is already rushing to end it. And that is really my main issue with the finale. The ideas were there. Homelander dying could have worked. Butcher dying could have worked. The Deep's death worked. Even V1 could have worked. But everything was too rushed.